Now here's a great technique working with the sleeker with one flick of the wrist to create a curl and even to create waves. Let's talk about the curl first. Taking a section, remember size of the section can determine size of the curl and the strength of the curl. Taking a section, I could take it the width of the plate. In this particular case, I've taken it just a little bit smaller than the width of the plate. Working with Redken's Fabricate 03, a heat-active texturizer. It's great for this particular technique. Spraying from a distance, once again, remembering that product is not an option, always combing our product through. Now watch how the technique works. I'm going to work with horizontal sections so I get a little bit more volume out of this. Can come through, holding the iron like I normally would, just as if I'm going to straighten the hair. And remember, one flick of the wrist, coming through, and now just following through. Notice how I hold on to the hair as I work through. Once I'm coming to the ends, let go of the ends and simply follow through. Remember, move at a slow pace. Encourage the curl, encourage the curl. Watch again. How cool is that? Taking, once again, size of section depends upon the end result. Working with Fabricate. Combing the product through. Product is not an option, it is a necessity. Flat iron, just like I'm going to flat iron. One flick of the wrist. Now notice how I took this one turned down, so I get a little bit more volume at the base. When I come to the ends, I release, holding onto the tip of the iron, following through, and then just encourage it. Notice how I encourage the curl. You're probably wondering, why can't I use a curling iron? You can see this has a little bit more of an editorial feel. It's a little bit more of a broken up curl, not so polished. That's what I love about working with it. Now let's talk about it one more time. Comb the product through, Redken's Fabricate 03 from the heat styling line, the sleeker, just like we're going to flat iron. Flick of the wrist, holding on to the end of the section. Nice compression. Allow your tension to be a little bit more loose so that you simply slide through that section. Now you can see how we completed that back area and on the side. Let's go into the front. Into the front, there's a little bit of a trick I'd like to share with you in terms of getting this to kind of move back, but float back in a different sort of way. Okay, you can see this particular haircut has an angle to it. Once again, working with Fabricate, taking the sleeker, and all I want you to do is think about what the sleeker can do as if you work with a round brush. Just like I'm going to flat iron, and now just simply coming through and rolling and sliding as I roll, so I get that hair to move in the direction I want it to do. Imagine how simple and easy that was versus using a round brush and just the wear and tear on your wrist. Watch again. Section, Fabricate 03, sprayed from a distance. Think really kind of 1970s Farrah Fawcett, but a little bit more updated with that floatiness to it. Coming through, taking the sleeker, and look at the angle that I'm holding the sleeker. Placing the hair, smoothly start to come in and slide down, dropping my elevation and rolling back and away. And you can see how we've been able to get that just to kind of turn back. I love working with that sleeker. Look at what the movement that it's giving me. So it just kind of does this. Imagine that with a blow dryer. Really simple and easy. My salt and pepper, Fabricate 03. Look how I've over-directed this section. And remember, the angle of the sleeker is critical. Look at the diagonal on that. Remember last time when I was sharing with you on how to create the ribbon curl, my iron was fairly square, horizontal. Diagonal, catch, flick, slide down, and out. So now look how I've been able to place volume where we choose to place volume, keeping it flat where we choose to keep it flat, and using the flat iron to give me movement.